Hi everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today we'll be exploring some important features of the potentiometer and how you can build and code this sensor into your prototype. A potentiometer, or a trim pot, is a 3-terminal resistor where resistance can be manually adjusted to accurately measure voltage. Potentiometers are generally used in devices to adjust volume and speed or to measure the position of a gaming joystick. Each leg on the potentiometer has a specific function. The right leg is the voltage input. The middle leg is the voltage output, which sends resistance values to your serial monitor and will vary as you turn the knob. And the left leg is the ground. Now we're going to jump into how to build your potentiometer. For this activity, you'll need a Redboard, a breadboard, a potentiometer, 2 LEDs, and 8 male-to-male jumper cables. Be sure to follow the step-by-step diagram to light up 2 LEDs using the potentiometer. There are 3 legs on the potentiometer to be mindful of. Make sure to connect the left leg to ground, the middle leg to analog 0, and the right leg to 5 volts. Also keep in mind how your LEDs are placed on the breadboard. Make sure the shorter legs of your LEDs are connected to the ground and the longer legs are connected to either digital pin 3 or digital pin 4 of the breadboard. The orientation of the knob on your potentiometer should also be considered. Make sure the arrow on the knob is turned completely to the left and pointing to the ground wire. After completing your build, now launch your Arduino IDE and add the following code into your sketch. The code roughly means the constant integer being declared will have a constant value and won't change. For example, the LED 1 pin will always be set to digital pin 3, and the LED 2 pin will always be set to digital pin 4. And the knob pin will be set to analog 0. When declaring a name to a specific pin number, be mindful of spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. Inside the curly brackets of the void setup, the serial begin will send data to the serial monitor at 9600 bits per second. And the pin mode establishes LED 1 pin and LED 2 pin as an output. Inside the void loop, the integer knob voltage, analog read, and serial print line all create a variable to store knob voltage values. The 2 if-else statements imply that if the knob voltage is less than 400, both LEDs turn on. Else, if the knob voltage values are between 400 and 700, turn one LED on. Or else, any knob voltage values more than 700, both LEDs turn off. The delay will pause for 200 milliseconds before looping again. After completing your code, make sure the Redboard is connected to your computer using the USB connection. Also ensure your port is selected to the COM with the highest number. Once connected, you're ready to verify and upload your code. After uploading your code to the Redboard, confirm that your potentiometer is functioning correctly by rotating the knob to turn on your LEDs. Use your serial monitor to determine if your potentiometer is returning accurate voltage values. Initially, you should have both LEDs on because your voltage should be less than 400. Turn the knob slowly to raise your voltage range between 400 and 700. Only one LED should be on. Now, turn your knob again to raise your voltage over 700. Both LEDs should be off. If your readings begin over 700 and decrease as you turn the knob, it is because the 5 volts and the ground wires are backwards. Simply unplug these wires and switch their position to correct your readings. If your LEDs are not turning on, don't worry. Consider rechecking your wires to make sure your jumper cables are aligned with the legs of your potentiometer. Also, recheck your LEDs to make sure the shorter legs are connected to the negative power rails and the longer legs are connected to digital pin 3 or digital pin 4 of the Redboard. Lastly, also recheck your code to make sure you're using the correct pin number. Thanks for watching, and please let us know if you have any questions in the comments section below. And be sure to check out our other videos on our First Nations Mesa channel.